Okay, so as you guys know, we've been covering Sameko Saba's hiatus for quite a while now, and it seems like a lot of people have some very mixed opinions on it. Now, again, obviously some people are very upset that obviously she isn't there, and obviously that she is taking quite a lot of time off, but there's also some people that are pretty understandable that, this is, her indie space now, right? She can do whatever the hell she wants, and, she's not kind of bound by, what do you call it, corporate, I don't know what like scheduling, right? She doesn't have to attend events or anything. She can kind of do things on her own terms, right? And I think that was one of the big reasons as to why Saba, did go indie and did, obviously start this all up, right? Was so that she can take more time for herself. And obviously if she's not ready to stream, she's not ready to stream, right? And I think that was, mainly it. But it seems like obviously recently we have been covering the fact that there's been a lot of people that have been taking advantage of this hiatus and essentially using it to take money from people, which of course seems to be a big problem. Now, essentially over on TikTok, there has been the case of, this account, which is called sameko.saba, which, isn't actually the official account of Saba, because they have been streaming a lot of old VODs and things like that from Saba, which is all available on her YouTube channel, right? Obviously, everything is available if you go to her YouTube channel over here. You can go back and watch all of her VODs, all of everything, right? And it is all available for you to watch back without paying for anything, right? Every single stream, well, apart from the members only ones, of course. But obviously, you guys know, you just have to be a member of the channel there. But again, if you don't want to watch that, you don't want to watch that, right? But essentially, yeah, it seems like it's gotten even worse though, because as I said, originally they were just going live and they were just kind of replaying the VODs, which I don't think is like the end of the world. And of course, they've also posted all of the teasers that Sameko put up, which of course looks very realistic and it's got a lot of views as well. So this channel looks legitimate, but apparently it isn't so. Apparently that is not the case. They have been going live, and we did actually look at this a while back. They were live at one point, and essentially people were gifting them subs and gifts and whatever you want to call them over on TikTok, where this person was essentially making money off of old Saba streams of people thinking that Saba had returned and was doing like a TikTok only stream or something like that, right? Which obviously is not the case. She has not gone live with any of that kind of stuff. And again, it seems like though recently there has been the case of this where essentially someone has actually tagged me in this. It seems like they've been doing a lot of research, so shout out to Nubman there, saying this fake Sameko Saba on TikTok is making people pay to watch Sameko Saba streams, which are free on YouTube. Now again, it's one of these things where originally it was kind of, if you're stupid, right, you'll be paying for this kind of stuff. You'd be like gifting, right? Some people were gifting because they thought it was the real Saba, and we did actually look at some of the chat messages, and people were believing that it was the real Saba. And, it's one thing to gift for a streamer, right? It's one thing to gift them because you've done that out of your own kind of volition there. But now it seems like they are charging people to actually watch the streams, right? And it says games just playing live event, obviously $2 USD, and obviously not a crazy amount of money, but still, something that is, available on her YouTube channel, right? You don't need to pay for this. This is all up here. And you can go and watch it for yourself. Again, I don't know which video or stream that she's taken it from, or that they've taken it from. Sorry. Again, I'm trying to see if there's any kind of but it seems like they probably changed the title and stuff like that. But again, they're just playing back her VODs and making people pay to register to watch it. And obviously there's going to be a lot of people intrigued as to seeing whether Sameko Saba has returned or not, and seeing whether this is something that could be just a rare thing, right? Because some people are weird, right? Some creators are weird in the sense that they will come back only on one platform or whatever, and it is pretty believable considering the fact that this channel has a lot of views, right? This channel has plenty of views from the original reveals here, and you can see it seems like they've kind of pre-farmed it, right? And obviously a lot of people were saying, is this the official account? And you can see people saying here, yeah, which obviously this is not the official account, right? Which I don't even know whether hidden, there should be an extra reply there. I don't know if they've hidden that comment or whatever. But again, it seems like this isn't the official account, and that this is just obviously someone that is, you know, kind of re-uploading stuff, right? So again, it is pretty crazy that is, you know, what is going on here. And you can see there's no other comment here saying like, is this the real one, right? You know, usually there would be people saying, please could you do a TikTok live, right? And obviously there's been a lot of people kind of watching and things, thinking that she's going to have a TikTok live, but that's not the case, right? And you know, this TikTok isn't linked to anything to do with Saba, right? If you go to any of Saba's socials or whatever, the only thing that she really links to is her Twitter, and obviously her Twitter links back to her YouTube, right? That is essentially it. And any other kind of links are usually towards like merch sites and things like that, which she puts up as announcements on her Twitter page within, you know, the posts and everything like that, right? So again, it's not even like, you know, there's like a link for a actual TikTok. It seems like she doesn't really use TikTok at all, right? And I think it is fine for this user to go and post these reveals, right? But I think that's fine, right? They're making content. Well, I say they're making content. They're taking content and they're re-uploading it to a platform that, of course, you know, maybe Saba wasn't going to reach at the time, which obviously does help her out as a fan account, right? But it is crossing the line whenever it is, you know, making people pay to actually watch streams of her that are completely free on her channel. And if you know, they are actually playing the members only streams that nobody can watch, that you can't watch for free on you know, on her channel, A, you might as well just pay for the subscription on here, but B, you know, of course, they're then breaking some kind of like TOSs and things like that by sharing a members only stream, which is behind a paywall, and sharing it for free onto TikTok, right? And of course, you can see why that is an issue. So again, I do hope that this gets resolved, because it seems like over time, you know, since the last time we covered this, nothing has really happened to this account. They've continued to stream, they've continued to go live, and of course that is a big issue for many people that have been you know, thinking that this was Saba, when it doesn't seem like this is the case, right? It seems like this is run by someone who is taking advantage of a lot of Saba fans who are obviously missing her during the hiatus, wanting to see more of her content, thinking that she's real, thinking that this account is real, thinking that like the live streams are live and everything like that, when they're not. They're just VOD playbacks, and people are gifting, people are paying to access the streams and all sorts. And obviously, if they're continuing to do it, it's clearly working in some sense, in terms of a monetary sense, right? Because, you know, this would have stopped, you know, months ago if it wasn't working, right? If nobody was paying, if nobody was actually, you know, kind of giving them money over this, then I think they would have stopped a while ago, but, you know, they haven't. So that tells me that there is at least a little bit of money to be had for them there, which of course is very concerning, especially for a lot of Saba fans that will continue to think that this is her and continue to join the streams and continue to gift, you know, money to them, when of course it doesn't seem to be her whatsoever, right? But yeah, I mean, that is essentially all there is for the situation. I just kind of wanted to point that out there. It has been a pretty crazy one. And yeah, just make sure, you know, you're kind of going to the right accounts and things whenever this stuff happens, because yeah, I mean, you can get scammed pretty easily, right? You can get kind of fooled pretty easily in the sense of, you know, what you're actually paying money towards. But yeah, that's probably all I got for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameStop, use my code Kazza, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.